Hi guys, Ken here, postcards from Cebu. Yes, it's been a while since I was regularly posting, but I'm trying to get back into it now. But even though I wasn't posting, I was reading and replying to many comments, and and a lot of questions. And one of the questions that I got a lot was from Filipinos who wanted to get married to a foreigner and were wondering what is the process and how do you do that. So I thought I'd touch on that today, kind of answer some of you before you send the comments, although I always welcome comments. I guess the first thing is he has to propose and you have to accept. And maybe the family has to be involved in it. Maybe somebody's got to agree to allow that to happen. But assuming that all that happens, congratulations to you. I'm happy for you. Now you're going to begin this process, especially with a foreigner. Now remember, I'm talking about Americans and Filipinos. In other countries like the UK, Denmark, whatever, Russia, Australia, the rules may be a little bit different. Okay, especially as it applies to America, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But so this is the steps that I'm giving you are specifically for Americans. It's also been a long time since I was married. It's been 7, almost 8 years ago now, and as many of you know, Vivian passed away from cancer in 2017. So, but anyway, I'm scratching the back of my brain trying to get as much of this information back to the front so I can explain it to you. First thing you're going to need, both of you are going to need to get a Cenomar. When I got married, it was the National Statistics Office, NSO, but today it's called the PSA, Philippine Statistic Authority, and you will need to apply and get a Cenomar, Certificate of No Marriage Record, for both you and your husband, you and future husband, from the PSA. So you'll need those two documents. Secondly, for the guy, for the American fiance, husband to be, he's going to need to go to either the U.S. Embassy in Manila or to the U.S. Consulate in Cebu. Now, the consulate in Cebu is at the Waterfront Hotel. It's right on the ground floor, as I recall. You can go into the consulate office from the outside of the hotel. You don't have to go through the hotel. Although we walked through it because we were looking for it and couldn't find it. But anyway. He's going to need to get a thing called an affidavit in lieu of a certificate of no marriage. That's because in the United States, we don't have one national office like you do in the Philippines. We don't have a PSA. We have 50 different states and 4 or 5 different territories that are all part of the United States. And each state and territory has its own rules for processing those things. So generally what happens is the U.S. consulate, you go in, the guy, the husband, fiance, whatever, the future husband, will go into the office of the consulate and swear that he doesn't have anything restricting him from being married. I think when I went, I had my divorce papers with me, but they didn't even ask for them. Basically, you swear, just like you're in court, that you don't have anything restricting your ability to get married. Then the consulate will issue you an affidavit in lieu of certificate of no marriage. So you'll need those 2 Cenomars and the affidavit in lieu to go to municipal. For me, it was in Minglanilla town, south of Cebu City. And you'll go in and apply for a marriage license. You apply for the marriage license, you'll need those 3 documents to show to the clerk. When I got married, I believe it was a 2-week waiting period. we had to wait 2 weeks before we could get married. So check with your local municipal to see if they have a waiting period or different waiting period or whatever. I'm not sure where the law came from, but it's probably a municipal one. But we had to go through a waiting period. And then you get your final marriage certificate from the municipal hall. Once you have that final marriage certificate, file it with the PSA so that it becomes a national record. Because if you intend to immigrate to the United States, the Embassy of Manila, which handles those things, and the consulate in Cebu will not. Consulate in Cebu will do the certificate in lieu, but if you're going to immigrate and your husband applies files a CR1 to allow you to immigrate to the United States, you will have to go to Manila for that. But anyway, they're going to want that record at PSA. So that's basically the process in a nutshell. Once again, congratulations if you're getting married. I wish you all the happiness in the world. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.